Why would a neighborhood watch group zip tie a teenage girl for wearing yoga pants? It sounds insane, but that's exactly what happened to my daughter, Lily, on a quiet Friday evening in Willow Creek. They called it community standards. I called it kidnapping. What they didn't know. I'm the state attorney general. And when I found their secret file photos of kids, moms, even a toddler with chalk on his hands, I didn't just get mad. I unleashed a storm they'd never see coming. It was 5:37 p.m., the sun sinking behind the tidy rooftops of Willow Creek, painting the sidewalks gold. Lily, my 16-year-old, hopped off the community shuttle, her gym bag slung over her shoulder, face still rosy from dance practice. She wore a hoodie, black yoga pants, and sneakers, nothing flashy, just a kid heading home. Then tires screeched. A black golf cart swerved in front of her like it was blocking a fugitive. 3 figures in matching navy polos spilled out, their shirts screaming, HOA security. No badges, no names, just walkie-talkies duct taped to their belts and clipboards gripped like rifles. Stop right there! The tallest one barked. Lily froze, confused. Where you headed? He demanded, stepping too close. My house, on Maple Lane, she said, clutching her bag. One circled behind her. Another snapped her picture with a phone. That outfit. A woman's voice cut in, sharp as glass. Short red hair, sunglasses perched on her nose despite the dusk, a smirk that could curdle milk. It violats HOA Rule 12, tight clothing with VY Cybele seams after 5:30 p.m. is forbidden. Lily blinked. What? That woman was Brenda Whitaker, HOA president, self-crowned guardian of Willow Creek's decency. Brenda tilted her head, smirking. Sweetie, those yoga pants? They're a problem. A VY soul nuisance. Lily stepped back. I'm just going home. Brenda snapped her fingers. Protocol orange. Non-compliant minor. Secure her. Before Lily could move, the men grabbed her arms. Let go! She yelled. They tossed her bag to the ground, zipped her wrists with a plastic tie, and dragged her to the cart like she'd robbed a bank. Neighbors peeked through blinds. One guy held up a phone but didn't step in. Lily's voice cracked. Call my dad! Brenda leaned close, her breath hot on Lily's ear. Honey, dress like that, and your rights get flexible. They shoved her into the cart, slammed the gate, and Brenda nodded. Willow Creek is safe again. My phone rang. I grabbed my keys before the second ring, my blood already boiling. Brenda had no clue whose daughter she just touched. I didn't drive, I flew down Maple Lane, tires screaming, every stoplight a dare. My hands gripped the wheel so hard my knuckles glowed white. My daughter, zip-tied by wannabe cops with clipboards and power trips. Brenda Whitaker was behind it, and I was coming for her. I hit the HOA lot in 3 minutes flat. There, Community Safety Hub, was a squat building with fake stone and a fading sign. The golf cart sat out front like a hunter's prize. Then I saw Lily on the concrete, wrists red, tears smearing her mascara. Her bag lay gutted beside her. Dad? She whispered as I dropped to my knees. You okay? Did they hurt you? She shook her head, but her voice broke. They tied me up for my clothes. My jaw clenched, my chest burned. Then I heard her. Well, the father arrives. Brenda stepped out, clipboard in hand, lips curled into a smug grin. I stood, slow, deliberate. Untie her. Now. Brenda blinked. She's been processed. We were waiting for a parent to discuss next steps. You assaulted a minor, I growled. There are no next steps. Only consequences. Brenda scoffed. Oh, please. We followed HOA rules passed last month. Rule 12B. She's 16. You restrained her, photographed her, detained her without calling me. You think that holds up in court? Brenda's chin lifted. Willow Creek is private property. We have authority. I snapped. I'm the state attorney general. I flashed my badge. Brenda's clipboard dipped an inch, her face twitching. I stepped closer. You zip-tied the daughter of a man who signs warrants with one hand and buries bullies with the other. She tried to rally. You should have taught her to dress better. That did it. I closed the gap. One more word about my daughter, and your name will be on every civil rights case this state sees for a decade. Brenda's grin faltered. I cut Lily's ties with my curing tool, her wrists raw. Brenda coughed. This is overblown. You haven't seen overblown yet, I said, leading Lily out. You picked the wrong girl, Brenda. And the worst dad. That night I didn't sleep. By 9:46 p.m., I'd filed an emergency motion. By 10:15, I had approval. At 10:57, I stormed the HOA's office with 2 aides, a deputy clerk, and a digital warrant. We didn't knock. Brenda sat behind a fake oak desk, queen of her tiny kingdom. Back already? She purred. Need an apology note for your girl? I slapped the warrant down. You'll need a lawyer. Her smile held. This is overreach. And you committed kidnapping. My aide copied their server. I hit the filing cabinet labeled Community Standards. Inside, folders thick, color-coded, names scrawled: Lily Thompson, Sarah Kim, Aisha Patel. Photos, clothing notes, timestamps. Some had red circles on body parts. I turned to Brenda, fury coiling. You're cataloging kids like criminals. They're disruptions. She spat, standing. Our bylaws protect standards. I opened another drawer, envelopes marked Target B, Teen Skater, Target D, Yoga Mom. Photos from backyards through windows. My fists clenched. You didn't just cross a line. You built a surveillance state. Brenda folded her arms. Someone has to keep order. I leaned in. You think this is order? You're a predator with a clipboard. Her eyes didn't flinch. Your tone's noted. My tone, I hissed, will be a headline. She blinked, just once, and I knew she wasn't just arrogant. She was dangerous. The HOA called an emergency town hall, claiming miscommunication. The room buzzed, neighbors whispering. He's the AG. They tied his kid. Brenda strode in, red blazer sharp, clipboard gleaming, while VYing like a pageant queen. Good evening, Willow Creek, she cooed into the mic. Let's clear the air and recommit to our values. I stood. You mean values where girls get zip-tied for yoga pants? Silence. Brenda's eyes narrowed. Mr. Thompson, let's stay civil. Civil? I roared. You stalked my daughter. You've got files on everyone, photos, notes, targets. Gasps. Brenda waved it off. That's documentation for aesthetic harmony. I nodded to my AV team. Roll it. The projector flared. Grainy footage, a girl biking labeled excessive speed. Crop top. A mom gardening, Brenda's voice narrating. Non-compliant shorts. Log it. The crowd stirred. That's from my yard, someone shouted. Brenda grabbed the mic. Safety audits. Then why label them BHVY or correction phase 2? I stepped forward. This isn't safety. It's control. And your empire falls tonight. Brenda's jaw tightened. We need order. People don't respect boundaries. No, Brenda. I snapped. You don't. You mistook power for permission, and it died under that projector. A woman whispered. She fined my son for a skateboard. Another hissed. She hated my purple mailbox. I faced the crowd. You've been scared. I'm here now. This ends. Applause exploded, raw and fierce. Brenda stood, flushed, silent, drowning. I filed the lawsuit at 7:02 a.m. 6 counts. Unlawful detainment, civil liberties violations, illegal surveillance, defamation, emotional distress, abuse of power. I emailed it to every resident, pinned it by the pool. Brenda fought back, holding a press conference, flanked by 2 nervous board members. This is a smear, she iced. I've served with honor for 8 years. I stepped up. You left fingerprints on every privacy violation here. she glared. I protected this place from chaos. I laughed. You built a cage. Now it's breaking. She turned to her board. Resign if you want, but abandoning order is cowardice. Then Mrs. Harper, the treasurer, stepped forward. I quit, she said, soft then louder. I kept records, Brenda. Fake invoices, ghost contracts. She handed me a flash drive. Brenda's face cracked. Mutiny! No, I said. Accountability. Her board backed away. She stood alone. In court, Brenda marched in, white blazer blazing, no lawyer, clutching a binder labeled. Order is freedom. I'll represent myself, she declared. The judge barely blinked. We presented the EVY Denke, window photos, dossiers on kids, Dula 10,000 in, emergency training, funds. Brenda's defense? A slideshow. Dressing for decay, yoga pants and moral decline. The judge cut her off. Irrelevant. She pointed at me. He used his daughter to ruin me. I stood. You zip-tied her for dance clothes. Brenda jabbed the air. We need enforcement. The judge slammed his gavel. Ms. Whitaker, you didn't lead. You terrorized. Her binder hit the floor. She sat, hands shaking. When court resumed, Brenda looked small, her blazer a costume. The judge didn't sit. Guilty. Surveillance, targeting minors, financial fraud. Brenda leapt up. Mistrial! This is hysteria! No one listened. I faced her. You weren't protecting order. You fed your obsession. She laughed, brittle. I made this place respectable. A man yelled. You made it a jail. A woman added. You shamed my girl for a sundress. The judge looked at me. Closing statement? I stepped forward. This isn't just about Lily. It's every person you silenced, shamed. You ruled by fear, Brenda. Today, we said enough. She sat, deflated. The room stared, not with pity but truth. 2 weeks later, Brenda clocked in at the sheriff's office, neon vest on, trash picker in hand. No blazer, no sunglasses. I sipped coffee by the door. Morning, Brenda. She flinched, didn't look up. Good. Willow Creek changed. A new president, Mrs. Carter, scrapped the rules, sold the golf carts, made the budget public. The security team? Pool attendants now, no clipboards. One Saturday, I grilled burgers, Lily laughing, our dog wants a VY soul issue. Napping in the sun. Brenda passed by, vest on, picking up trash. Lily whispered, Should we say something? No, I said. She hears it. Kids ran in bright colors, a porch glowed teal, no citations. At the community barbecue, music blared, kids painted sidewalks, and a cardboard Brenda took beanbag hits, a fake citation for excessive control. She walked past, cleaning up wrappers unnoticed. Our eyes met. I didn't smirk. I watched. My deputy clinked his lemonade to mine. Think she'll try again? I shook my head. She might. But we know the law now. We know power. The breeze carried laughter, freedom. Brenda turned a corner, gone, her reign buried under joy. Justice isn't always handcuffs. Sometimes it's a neon vest, a trash bag, a girl walking home in yoga pants, a town breathing free. Brenda wasn't erased, she was exposed, powerless, levying with the truth. That's punishment enough. This isn't just about one HOA tyrant. It's about a dad who wouldn't bend, a daughter who shouldn't have had to fight, a neighborhood that found its voice. Power seduces, but without empathy, it's just tyranny in a blazer. If you've met a Brenda, someone who rules with fear, not care, stand up. Say enough. The moment you do, you've already won.